according to Hebrews 12:23 and 24, to the General Assembly and Church of the Firstborn, which are written in heaven, and to God the Judge of all, and to the spirits of just men made perfect, and to Jesus, the mediator of the new covenant, and to the blood of sprinkling that speaketh better things than that of Abel, to the pastor, Elder Bruce, to all the evangelists that are gathered in the Zoom, to all the elders, to the deacons, the sister ministers, and to all the saints of the Most High, this evening in South Africa, all hail.
All hail.
I thank God firstly for all of his many blessings that he has bestowed upon me. I bless him for his keeping power. I do not have an explosive testimony that would get you on the edge of your seat, but I am thankful that he thought of me and he spared me thus far. Thank God for my family, and I thank God for the church family. I thank God that I have gotten an opportunity to commune with Saint Dawn. And special prayers to you, Saint Dawn. I know the Lord has you covered. And because of our communing, you requested me that I should come over to celebrate together on this beautiful Sabbath day. I thank God for you, and I pray that he'll continually to enlarge your borders, Saint Dawn, and to the borders that of Boston Tabernacle, and increase you. Saint, I'm honored to have been put up in a lineup of such great men. Just a young man as I am, I felt undeserving to be part and to be called up for this. Nevertheless, the work of the Lord must continue. David says in his writings, let the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart be acceptable before thy sight, O Lord, my strength and my Redeemer. If I may draw your attention to the book of Genesis, chapter number 7 and 30th, 4 verses, from verse 1 through to verse 4. I will repeat for the interest of others. Genesis chapter 7 and 30th, from verse 1 to verse 4. Come on. And Jacob dwelled in the land wherein his father was a stranger, in the land of Canaan. These are the generations of Jacob. Joseph, being 17 years old, was feeding the flock with his brethren. And the lad was with the sons of Bilhah, and with the sons of Zilpah, his father's wives. And Joseph brought unto his father their evil report. Now Israel loved Joseph more than all his children, because he was the son of his old age, and he made him a coat of many colors. And when his brethren saw that their father loved him more than all his brethren, underline that, they hated him, and could not speak peaceably unto him. If you will be interested to take with me the subject, the pit, the prison, and the palace.
Yes, sir.
Let's take for a subject. I know I come up with stupid subjects. I'm not wise coming through with all this. But the pit, the prison, and the palace.
Yes, sir.
Favor is something that is difficult for many to understand. But favored people go through confusing stages in their lives.
Yep.
And they need to understand that favor is more than, or in most instances, it is accompanied by pain.
Yep.
Favor is accompanied by hardship.
Yep.
Favor is accompanied by trouble. Favor is accompanied by betrayal.
Yep.
And hatred. Before you get to the glory, favor will make you pass through all of these stages I have mentioned. And God blesses and gives favor to his children as an assignment. He gives me and you favor as an assignment that he will determine that it must be fulfilled through us. He will gift you with favor so you can open doors for others.
All right.
He will gift you with favor so that he can save a nation through you.
Yep.
God invests his favor in people that he can trust. I don't know if God can trust you, but God invests his favor in people that he can trust.
Yep.
I hear the psalmist say, Psalms 5 and 12, for thou, Lord, wilt bless the righteous.
Yep.
With favor wilt thou compass him as with a shield. He will cover you because he gifted you.
Yep.
I don't know if someone hears me. He will cover you because he has gifted you.
Yep.
And with favor, you must know one thing, that God can only award you the gift of favor only if God can trust you.
Yep.
Can God trust you? Can God trust us? If God can trust us, you must remember one thing. With favor, you are not pushing your own agenda.
Yep.
You are pushing God's agenda.
Yes, sir.
With favor comes responsibility. With favor comes accountability.
Yep.
Joseph, he's only but 17 years old. I'm going to take you through from chapter 37, chapter 39, 40, and 41. As we look at his journey from the pit to the prison and later to the palace.
All right.
Because with favor comes greater responsibility.
Yep.
Bible says, to whom much is given, much is expected.
Yeah.
We always want to walk in favor, but we do not want to walk in responsibility.
Yep.
The Bible tells us if he gives you something, you need to multiply it, because with favor comes responsibility.
Yes,
we are given the task to multiply the little that he might have given you. God expects that you do something with what he has given you or placed in your hands. Joseph was not picked by God because he was the eldest brother, or that he was the best among his brothers, or because he was better than all of them. But Joseph was picked by God and therefore gifted with favor because it was for a cause. God looked at all of Jacob's children, and when he looked at Reuben, he didn't see accountability. When he looked at Judah, he did not see accountability. He looked at Dan, but he did not see accountability. But when he looked at Joseph, he saw that this is a man who can push my mandate. This is the man who can accomplish the agenda that I have for the future. And it was for a cause. It was for a cause. First Samuel chapter 17, 28 and 30. And Eliab, his eldest brother, had when he spake unto the men. And Elias' anger was kindled against David, young man again. And he said, why camest down hither? And with whom hast thou left those few ships? Yeah. Well, with favor, they will remind you of the little thing that you were taking care of. Yeah. Failing to understand, God has placed a greater agenda before you. Yeah. Eliab says, I know, David, that thou hast pride in your heart, and the naughtiness of thine heart, for thou art come down that thou mightest see the battle. Listen to David's answer. And David said, what have I done now? Is there no cause? Yeah. With favor comes responsibility. Yeah. And God will place you in situations because there's a cause. Yeah. And you are only the vehicle that God wants to accomplish the mission he wanted. Prophet Crowley tried to run away. Yeah. He made promises and failed on his promises. Yeah. But God had a cause through him. And there was responsibility that was placed on Crowley. And he later had to wake up. As the elder told us yesterday, that we have to wake up because time waits for no man. God has a mission through you. Yes, you will go through the pit. Yes, you will go down to prison. But you will end up in the polish. That's a question I have for you. Can God trust you? Question this from first summer was a question from a young shepherd asked just before he conquered the biggest enemy Israel had ever faced. It is a question that set him apart forever as a hero of faith. David, because of that few lines, those 3 or 4 words, 5 words, because of those 5 words, is there no cause? David became the greatest hero we still talk about today. And that question came from a young man. Remember, Joseph is only but 17. You see, if I may tell you why we are here. As the Bible says, it says he's 17. His father had him when he was old. The danger of making children when you are old. You tend to make stupid mistakes. He makes him a coat of many colors. And this, as I come with it, you will tend to understand that it was not favor on the outside. But with the coat of many colors, there was also the favor of God in the young man. God gives favor to those who will not give up before the vision is achieved. I hope you heard that. God gives favor to those who will not give up before the vision is achieved. And God gives favor to people who will not be caught up in the glamour of having a coat of many colors. Well, we walk around, I am blessed and highly favored. We love those verses. But God will not give you favor if all you care about is the coat that you are wearing and not about his vision. God will not gift you with favor if all you want to do is but stand up on top of people, brag to them that you wear a coat of many colors. With Joseph, the favor was not just with the coat, but it was beyond the coat. The favor was not as a result of the coat, but the favor was in the man, not out of the man. It is not about how long the coat is. Favor doesn't care how many colors the coat has. But favor, like I said in the beginning, comes with pain. Favor led him to the pit. I don't know if you hear me. Favor led Joseph to the pit. Because as they planned around him, the Bible tells me that his father says to him, go look at your brothers. And as he goes, he remembers that he said they should go to Shechem. As he goes to kill him, he doesn't find them there. He meets a man who says, I heard them say they will go to Dothan. Well, favor will make you run around.
Yeah.
Favor will make you look like a fool.
Yes.
Favor will sometimes even make you feel like you are lower than any other person.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't care. Jesus said, if any amongst you will be greater, let him be servant.
Yes, sir.
Jesus Christ served his disciples because he understood with favor comes responsibility. Sometimes favor will lead you to death. But that's all the nitty-gritties that comes with favor. Favor is like that job, a contract you sign. You accept all that they require you to do, and you are bound to abide by all that you have signed for, because that's favor for you. Well, favor will lead you to be sold into the hands of the Midianite. Listen to what they say. As he comes towards them to Dothan, they see him from afar off, and they speak among themselves, look at this dreamer. He cometh to us. Let us hatch a plan to kill him and throw him in the pit. And then we will sprinkle his blood on his coat. So we take the coat back to the father. Well, leave them alone, because all them that are fighting you because you have favor, they do not understand that it is not about the jacket. It is not about the coat. It is not about what Jacob gave Joseph. But it is more about what God has determined to give unto this young man. But with favor, you will also be raised to the highest position in a strange land. Well, the pit, if I may address the pit, and we look at it, it is defined as a hollow indentation in the surface of Joseph's faith, and it was meant to hold him in his pursuit of his God-given gift. They thought that the pit will stop Joseph from dreaming. They thought in their minds that the pit will be the end of this young man. They will think the same with you, that the pit, it is where you end up. But I have good news for you, because God has another plan for you. With his favor, the pit is not your destination. Prison is not your destination. But your final destination is the palace.
Yes, sir.
Psalms 40:1 and 2. I waited patiently for the Lord, and he inclined unto me and heard my cry. He brought me out also out of an horrible pit. God will take you out of a pit. God will draw you out where people thought they are done with you. God will reach out to where you are and draw you out of that pit. The Bible tells me the brothers threw him into a pit. But the Bible, being the Bible, Moses goes to lengths to explain these two facts. The pit was empty. And the pit did not have water. Go read it. It's out there. The pit was empty. And the pit did not have water in it. Well, sometimes he will draw you out, single you out, and even allow you to go into the depths of pits. So he can remind you that focus on the agenda. Focus on the mandate. The mandate is not you telling your father that you dreamt of 12 sheets. 11 were surrounding one, and one stood up against them. The pit, the purpose of the pit is not that you dreamt of the sun and the moon and 11 stars, and they were all making obeisance unto you. God had to remind him by taking away from him the coat, so that he can remind him that the dream is not about about you, Joseph. The favor I have placed on you is not about you. It's greater than you. Until the church understands that the mandate that Christ has given us and the mandate that Crowley has given us, it's not about me. It is not about you, evangelist. It's not about you, elder. It's not about you, deacon. It's not about you, sister evangelist. It's not about you, bishop. The mandate is for God to accomplish all that he needs to accomplish through us. Get out of the pit mentality. Get out of pit mentality that you think it is about you. It ain't about you. God doesn't gift us so the whole thing is tending to be about us. Well, but with the pit, without the pit, there won't be the prison. If he had not been thrown into the pit, he would have been dead. And God's plan would have died with him. But look at God. Reuben doesn't agree with them. He says, rather, let's not kill him. He is our blood. Let's rather throw him in a pit. Well, later, Judah comes up and he says, what does it profit us to keep him in the pit? Here are the Midianites. Let us sell him off to them, and we will tell our father that a beast has killed him. Then you'll understand that you have to go through the pit. Because without the pit, you are dead, and God's mandate dies with you. So sometimes you will go through rough times. Sometimes you will go through difficult times. Understand that with favor comes all of this. It is a package that when you accept the favor, sometimes it's not about you accepting it. He forces the favor on you. You must understand that with favor, there is a pit moment. Well, I know in the American, after a long race, then NASCAR should go into a pit, one to refuel and to change tires. So if you are going to understand the pit or your pit moment, you will understand that God will revive you in the pit. God will refuel you in the pit. God will make you dream better in the pit. Because there are too many noises at home. Your father observes the matter, but your brothers hate you for the matter. Then the pit is a perfect place, my brother and sister, for God to take you through the pit so that he will elevate you to the palace. But after the pit, there's a prison. It's a sad story, but you chose God. With favor, you will go through your pit moment and then your prison moment. As we look at Genesis 37 and 36, verse 36, it says, and the Midianites sold him into Egypt to Potiphar, an officer of Pharaoh, a captain of the guard. So favor befriends pain. Favor sits in the council of betrayal. Favor mingles together with trouble. Favor will walk you down the path where you will come out bruised but victorious. That's favor for you. Well, in chapter 39, we see that God has a contrast in our phases. He mentions that God was with Joseph and God blessed Joseph. Come on, I don't want to leave you. The second one, I'm on the prison phase. But with the prison phase, he must first be sold into an Egyptian family. And as he entered Potiphar's house, God continues. Look at God. You are in dire and frustrating situations, yet he still declares upon your head, my favor is with you, and I will bless you. Look at God. You just went through the pit. You just survived death and he puts you in a place where you are a slave. And yet he says to you, I'm blessing you and I still favor you. Well, we'll allow the circumstance to roll and we will go with the flow. He gets to Potiphar's house. He is handed all the duties of managing Potiphar's house. The Bible tells me Potiphar did not know concerning what's happening in the house or in the field. He only cared about the bread that was placed before him. God blessed Joseph so tremendously that he even brought Potiphar favor. His house became blessed because of Joseph. So do not undermine your peak moment. Do not undermine being sold into slavery, because God might save someone through your faith. Remember, say, though I walk through, not I go, you do not remain there. David says, I walk through, because we have to care about where we end than where we begin.
Yes, sir.
Because the Bible tells me he declares the end from the beginning. Our God is so detailed that he knows how you are going to end up before he even cares about how you started.
Yes, sir.
Well, as a film starts from the beginning to the end, God starts from the end, comes down with our lives and looks at us. Sometimes he plays the vision in front of you, so you see the polish, but you are still a dreamer.
Yes, sir.
Joseph was still a dreamer when God showed him that he will be a leader. Well, he understood not at the time, but life took him through so he can understand that there will be a pit, there will be the prison, and before the glory. Well, we are like that, young brothers, young shepherds. I'll speak to you because I serve with you. All of us want to wear long streamers. All of us want to attain a certain position. Well, we have the dream, but we seek the palace too soon. There's an African proverb. There's an African proverb that says, do not eat your supper during lunch, because when supper comes, you will have eaten all your food and you will be angry. Allow the process to get you to where you think God wants you to be. We fail to understand, you are a chief material. Yes, you are a district material. But serve, brother. Start by going through the pit. Go serve water in the choir. Be sent to and fro by your leaders, because the process starts from the pit. Before glory comes, you have to go through the pit, and then the prison, and then the palace. We miss the point. That's why many of our Christian or our believing brothers, we do not attain that which Christ came for, because we seek to eat before we even sow. You need to plant before you reap. You need to plant before you eat. But anyway, I'll let you. Let me let you off, brothers. I will let you off. The master's wife saw all that was happening in her house. And that happens when favor is with you. You attract even the wrong attention. Well, that's what happens when you walk in the favor of God. Even the devil can't sit still on his chair, because the favor of God makes him notice that there's something that God has placed in this. Well, the devil tried to stop the favor of God through David. He failed. Well, Saul went after him, but he could not succeed. Where he went to exile, although he was already anointed a king. Where we fail to understand that there must be a pit, and then the prison, and then the palace, is that we think, once I am anointed, therefore I will enjoy the benefits.
Yep.
Whoa, I'm sorry to shake you off your chair. You won't enjoy until there's a pit moment.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
David had to run from Saul. Though the oil had already flown on his head,
Yeah.
he was anointed.
Yeah.
He had all the rights of a king,
Yeah.
but because he had not gone through the pit,
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
he could not go through the
Yeah.
throne.
Yes, sir.
There must be a pit.
Yep.
There must be a cave moment. There must be a running before you sit on that throne.
Yep.
And that's where we fail as the church.
Yes, sir.
It's all about, I'm the bishop, I'm the pastor.
Yeah.
I will give my position to so and so.
Yeah.
Look at us. I said this before.
Come on.
We are 100 years and plus, church. What do we have to show for it? You know why? Because we are still stuck in the dream moment.
Yep.
We are still dreaming.
sir.
Crowdy said, we're the best. Crowdy said, you are the head.
Yeah.
Crowdy said, be the landlord and not the tenant.
Yeah.
Why? Yes, he had to give us the dream. But we must go through the pit
Yeah.
before we reach the palace. Look at us. 100 years, 100 years and plus. We still care about who's the chief.
Yeah.
We still care about who's gonna be the chief of the pulpit.
Yeah.
We still care about petty, stupid things. I'm sorry, I say it the way it is.
Yeah.
We still care about stupid things
Telling the truth.
in the church.
Yeah.
Blessing, Holy Ghost, blessing, Lord. Word.
In the church.
Watch yourself, Chief. Come on.
In the church.
Wow.
It's not a bad thing to dream.
Yeah.
He had a dream.
Yep.
And he did a lot in a few years than we have done in 100 years and plus. Crowdy achieved a lot greater, if I may say, 100 times what we are doing today.
Yeah.
In a few years' time. But we had 100 years and more.
Right.
Yeah.
Because we are still stuck in being dreamers.
Yeah.
God doesn't give you a dream so you can bathe or you can bask in the glory
Of the dream.
of the dream.
Yeah.
God doesn't give you favor so you walk around that you have a coat of many colors.
Yeah.
He'll take away the coat
Yeah.
so that he can draw out the real man that's inside. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he had to do the same with Joseph. As he prepares his prison moment, the wife of Potiphar looks at him. Favor made him look cute. Favor made him look like a hunk. Yeah, he looked like a hunk. Yeah, even the wife of the boss wanted some of that. But here Joseph understood that it is but a process.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be stuck
Yes, sir.
in my dream moment.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be stuck in the pit. Yeah, I see trouble is coming, but I'm not gonna let in so that I may avoid prison. That's what we do. We sell off the right things because we just want to occupy the position.
Yeah.
I won't tell the pastor when he is wrong because he gave me that position.
Yeah.
That's wrong. Joseph did not allow the wife of Potiphar to get what she wanted
Yeah.
just because he wanted to avoid it